Hello, 40 plus. This is Deborah. Greetings, salutations. Hi, subscribers. And if you're not a subscriber and you're not a 40 pluser and you just stumbled here from the bowels of the internet, please take a minute. Be thankful for net neutrality. Yay. That you have the freedom to watch this video without paying extra. Stepping off my soapbox. Like us, subscribe to us. We got cool things going on, I think. Air quotes. Check us out on Pinterest, on Instagram, some things on Twitter occasionally. Come over to Facebook and join the 40 Plus 411 Facebook group. We're over 525 members. And let's get into it now that I've spieled. In the last week of August 2014, I basically repurchased all of my makeup and started from scratch. And one of the things that I picked up was a 2-pack Real Techniques Complexion Sponge. And the 2-pack, I used one and I kept the other one. So here's the one I used for September, October, November, December, January, and February. I used it for 6 months and I decided it was time to swap out for the other one. I didn't, there's horror stories about them having black mold in them, they get bacteria laden, and also the surface of the one I used daily or multiple times a day for 6 months was starting to deteriorate. I had a hole here, and it was torn, I had tears here, and it was worn out. So I wanted to do some myth busting. Now, I wet my sponge every day before I use it, and then I wet it, I wash it with one of two things. Daily, I wash it with Purity 3-in-1 cleanser. It's the same cleanser that I use on my face to remove my makeup. And that does a superficial job of removing the foundation and concealer that I use the sponge to apply. And then weekly, when I deep clean my brushes, I wash it with tea tree oil and rinse with witch hazel. Not tea tree oil. Paul Mitchell tea tree shampoo. Tea tree shampoo has tea tree oil in it, and tea tree oil is a antiseptic properties. And then the witch hazel is very astringent and acidic and does similar things. So to debunk the myth about them getting gross, even if you care for them, I cut mine open. And I was surprised. It was in great condition. Now, I did not clean it before I cut it open. I just let it dry overnight and cut it open. And I had not deep cleaned it in 5 days before I cut it. So here we go. Look. It was in great condition. It was still dense and smooth and soft, and I even pulled it apart some. And there was some foundation and residue that had penetrated all the way to the center, but no mold, no bacteria, it doesn't stink. If you take care of your tools You clean them, you sanitize them, they last. I could have kept using this. But the surface was starting to wear, and I made the decision to switch out for the other one that I already had. But no disgustingness. So what I do is I wash it with the Purity 3-in-1 face cleanser, and that superficially gets stuff out. And then once a week I deep clean it with the Paul Mitchell Tea Tree Oil shampoo and witch hazel, and let it thoroughly dry. I prop it up like this in a, I have this jar with brushes in it, and it just goes on top, and it just sits there. It gets air all the way around it, 360, and it dries. So, Real Techniques. If you care for them, they will last you 6 months or more. This one, first day using it, and I actually only used it for concealer, and it didn't stain or anything yet. I didn't use it for my foundation. I was using a new Kabuki buffing brush, testing that out. But this guy should last me for 6, maybe 8 months. Now that I know what I did to distress the surface of this one, like that chunk out, that was completely my fault. I slammed it in a drawer. And then like the tear here, I did that pulling down, but my fingernail, I always pinched it and then pulled down, and I broke through the surface. This is awesome. It's an awesome tool. It's not a beauty blender, it's the Real Techniques Complexion Sponge. And I thoroughly recommend it. Take care of your tools, and they will take care of you. This is Deborah, and I'm out.